Every story has a beginning and an end, but there are some stories that qualify to be legacies. Stories that defy all odds and inspire for generations to come. Here is the story of a 19-year-old infant who contracted an unknown disease described by the doctors as an acute congestion of the stomach and the brain that left her both deaf and blind. In spite of all the odds, this little girl grew up to become the member of the Socialist Party of America and industrial workers of the world. And she stood for causes like women's suffrage, labor rights, socialism, anti-militarism. She earned a bachelor's degree and published 12 books. She even wrote her own autobiography and was a great speaker. She did it all by tracing words on the palm of her hands and understanding the vibration of the words by placing her hands on the larynx, mouth, and the nose. She rightly said, the best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They must be felt with the heart. She was none other than Helen Keller. There are two ways to lead a life. You can either spend it in finding reasons to quit or finding opportunities in what you already have. Doing the latter is easier said than done. I'm going to give you 3 rules to make the most of this supreme form of existence. So here comes the rule number 1. Be yourself. The wisdom we seek is embedded in nature. Take the example of a plant. Different plants bear flowers of different shapes, colors, smell. Never will you see a rose plant bearing a tulip or a jasmine bearing orchids. Each has its own essence and appeal. What do you do when you're lost in a forest and suddenly find a trail? You start following it, assuming it will lead you to the highway. But have you ever wondered that the trail might lead you to a dead end or take you deeper into the forest? The trail can be formed by a group of campers leading to a camping place or created by forest officers for fire prevention. Life is no different. Don't follow another's path. You will always be the first being yourself, and second, being someone else, because the first place is already taken. The original speaks and the copy mimics. Trust me, the latter does a tougher work than the former, but an actor always makes more than what a body double makes. You have only one life. There is no time for two. Live yours. Stay true to your being. Your truth, your beliefs, your ideologies are a result of your years of socialization. Your aspirations, your dreams are the truth about your own construction. Your abilities, your talent, your knowledge, your skill. You will realize your supreme form only when you rely on your internal GPS, your instinct, that will guide you to treat the right path. Listen to it. Here comes rule number 2. Love and forgive yourself. Every time you see your favorite citrus plant shed its fruit in your garden, you get all worked up. You believe that the tree is not strong enough to bear the fruits. There's something wrong with the tree. But irrespective of what you think about it, do you see the plant killing itself because of its inability to retain these fruits? Never. It still gives you the best and keeps strengthening itself for the next bearing season. The greatest reason we fail to optimize our given abilities is because of our inability to accept ourselves for the failure we face and the mistakes we commit. When things don't go our desired way, we often indulge in unwanted self-criticism, and a deep sense of unworthiness takes over. It happened because of my ludicrous attitude. What others say about me is right. I'm worthless. The problem here is two-faceted. First is your inability to forgive yourself. Second is doubting your self-worth owing to others' opinions. My parents were right. I'm not made to be an entrepreneur. I shouldn't have invested. My friends were right. This relationship was not right for me. We are not compatible. What you fail to see in case of the tree is that it shed the immature fruits so that the healthy could grow, so that they get the most nourishment. All you could see is a possibility that the tree is incapable of bearing healthy fruits. The falling of the immature fruits gave you tastier fruits, and some of those immature fruits that had fallen probably became saplings by now. Opportunity or adversity, it's how you see it. Everything that went wrong had a purpose and gave a reason for change. The business that failed helped you create a better product. Each fight in the relationship allowed you emotional expression, strengthening it more. Remember, you are the sole traveler in your journey to greatness. And the first step in this journey is failure. The faster you ingrain this, the easier it gets. Do you remember how many times you stumbled before you learned to walk when you were a kid? Did you stop? Or did you care about the onlookers? You learned to walk because all you wanted to do is to walk. You are not the owner of another's opinion about you. You are born free. Remember, failure can't fail you. Only you can. The rule number 3, challenge yourself. When you change the water source to a tree, its roots strive to discover a new way around to reach the new source of water. The tree doesn't settle down. Instead, the root seeks the better water source in the ecosystem to optimize growth. Scientifically, this is called hydrotropism. Everything is evolutionarily meant to change, evolve, and grow. So the most important rule is to be your best version, to challenge yourself, to change and grow. Mediocrity is like shutting your eyes and believing you're blind. Unfortunately, most of us grow up believing that our most important agenda in life is survival. Evolution bestowed man with the senses and the supreme ability to think, to make the most in a challenging environment. Modern civilization has made survival a no-brainer. In spite of this, most people refrain from using their latent abilities just to feel safe. It's not surprising 900 million people in the world are unfulfilled with what they have. 70% people in the United States alone are unhappy and don't care for what they have. Squandered potential, lost minds, resentful declining years, and lives wasted are some of the takeaways. I discovered my life's calling only when I accepted my vulnerability, when misogynistic opinions challenged the self-esteem of a new mother, and when my gender became a yardstick of my credibility. My ideologies helped me shut the door right there. It was easy to take that leap of faith. From a career as a marketing head to an absolutely new career as a speaker. It wasn't any more about career or wealth or fame. It was more than that, a purpose. Rather than holding people responsible, I started working on my newfound life purpose of taking my story to more people out there, particularly women who have given up on their precious dreams just because some random person said they aren't worth it. It is rightly said, when life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. And I say it, if they don't suit your taste buds, honey, make some virgin mojito. But at any cost, don't give up. Ask yourself if you have done the most of what you have. Listen to that inner voice. Do things that question your ability. Make yourself uncomfortable. Do things that you never did. Access your strengths. Hone your skills and add to your knowledge. Keep the company of like-minded people. Have a mentor. And more than anything, have high regard for yourself. Don't settle for the best of today, because the best of tomorrow is yet to come. What you have is unique and created only for once. It has taken precision to create and package you so that you can sculpt a masterpiece out of yourself during your tenure here. Don't settle for anything lesser. Greatness is your right. Knowledge can be acquired. Skills can be mastered. Mistakes can be corrected. Destiny can be ditched. Opinions can be ignored, but remember, you can do all of these only for once, because in the end, everything changes, but regret stays.